Hi there, I'm Dr. Yusuf Noor from Shafii Academy. Today, I would like to teach you the first lesson of our course Algebraic Indices. So let us start. Algebraic Indices is what we're going to do today. The first learning objective says compare arithmetic rules with algebra. So whatever rules you learned with arithmetic, we're going to see whether they can be applied in algebra or not. Write expressions in indices form. We'll see what indices are, but we'll get expressions and we're going to change into indices form. Write indices in multiplication, which is simply the opposite of the second learning objectives. Fine. Arithmetic against the algebra. It simply says all rules of arithmetic applies on algebra. So let's see some rules that we have learned in arithmetic. Arithmetic algebra, the first one is easy, 1 add 1 is 2. That's a rule that we have learned in arithmetic. And same way, a add a is 2a. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3a plus 2a is 5a. 7 minus 4 is 3. So 7a minus 4a gives you 3a. Hand in hand. Same thing. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 2a is 8a. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 12a divided by 3 is 4a. 9 divided by 9 is 1. a divided by a is 1. And finally 4 times 4 gives you 4 with a small 2 on top of it. We call it 4 square, 4 power of 2. When we write a number this way, we call it, this number is written in indices form. So that's the first example of indices that you have seen today. A times a, guess what? We'll go a squared. This is an arithmetic written in indices form, and this is an algebra written in indices form. And this course, which is algebraic indices, we're going to learn how to add, multiply, divide, power it, and manipulate when algebra is written in the arithmetic in the indices form. And that's what we're going to introduce today. Okay, algebraic indices. Why do we need indices? That's very, very good question. Before I answer this question, let us ask ourselves, why do we need multiplication? And I'm going to show you why do we need multiplication. So for example, if I got 2 and I add that 2 with another 2 and I keep adding 2's, another 2, 4 2's, 5 2's, 6 2's, I think you already got bored. So let's stop there. So we got all of this. So this to write down will cost time, space, and energy. So we can easily write down 2 times 7, as you have learned in primary school. 2 times 7. This form is shorter. It doesn't need that many space. It's quicker. And then you learn the times table so that you start thinking in multiplication instead of addition. So what do we say? We say this is a repeated addition. Lots of addition is repeated. So instead of keep repeating it, we can write down this way. And we start introducing the multiplication. So we can say multiplication is a repeated addition. So when you repeat addition, you go multiplication. Let us repeat the multiplication now and see what's happening. I got 2 times another 2. Times another 2, times the 4 2, times the 5th 2, times the 6th, and let us carry on. I think you got bored again. This is the problem. This problem of addition, repeated addition, we solve it by introducing multiplication. In a similar way, we're going to solve this repeated multiplication problem by introducing an indices and form, which we write down 2, and we are going to put on top of it 7. So 2 power of 7 is the same as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So simply we say indices is nothing else than repeated multiplication. You see similarity. And then we start learning how to manipulate the indices form the same way how we learned how to manipulate multiplication by learning the times table. So our lesson today will introduce how we can work with something that has got a power, something that has written in an indices form. Fine, algebraic indices. They say match this multiplication to the indices form. I go here multiplication, I go here indices, I go here all, and algebraic and an expression is written in a multiplication form, and I go here in indices form. You can stop the video and try to match them. Fine, I think you try. How many 2's we got? Here we got 2 A's. So 2 A's here. So we can simply join that one with this one. That's the first thing we can do. How many A's? 3 A's. Where we got 3, we got at the bottom. So that goes all the way there. How many A's we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them multiply together. So A5 is somewhere here. How many T's we got? We just got 2 T's. You see it goes with that one. How many T's we got? 5. So it goes with this one. How many Y's we got? Just 1 Y. So Y is 4. So it goes that one. And finally we got 10 M's, and that goes with that one. This is what you're supposed to get it when you match them. Okay? I think you got something similar to this. Now, let's go one step further. Here it says change these indices into multiplication. Okay? That's the indices. You have to change it to multiplication, and that's what you got. So you can stop the video again and change these indices into multiplication form. Fine, I think you have tried. So let's do it together. The first one is r power 5. How many r do we need? We need 5r. So that's how it becomes when you change into multiplication. Here we got g power 4. So we need 4 g's here. Here we got r power of 2. So we got 2r. Here again we got g power of 10. So we got 10 of them. Here we got p power of 2. We just need 2 of them. P power of 5. We need 5. And p power of 3. You can write down 3. So what have you learned now? You have learned what indices are. Indices is when we write a multiplication in this form. That's the first thing. The other thing you have learned is that all algebraic rules apply to, all arithmetic rules apply to algebra. That's the second thing. And the third thing is you can change something written in indices form into a multiplication and vice versa. You can write down something that's written in a multiplication into indices form. I think that will form a very short introduction of indices. Thank you very much. That's the end of the lesson. The next lesson we are going to see how to multiply and divide, and we're going to introduce the basic indices rules. So thanks for listening, and see you in another interesting lesson.